So there is one unopposed candidate that might have received votes when they shouldn't have. Denver's clerk has fessed up to a ballot error. 60 voters in Denver received the wrong style of ballot. So instead of seeing one candidate for state house, they actually saw another candidate's name. Our Marshall Zellinger is taking a look at how the mistake was made, how it was found, and then fixed.
Election mistakes happen, and they are not proof of election fraud.
We had a voter contact us, and something was off on the ballot in terms of the state rep race.
A Democratic voter who lives west of City Park in Denver noticed her state house candidate on her ballot was Meg Froelich for House District 3. It should have been Leslie Herod in House District 8. House District 3, where Froelich is a candidate, includes a portion of southeast Denver along with Englewood and Cherry Hills Village. The voter who noticed the error lives in House District 8.
It literally was 3 blocks in one precinct. We were able to identify that 60 voters out of 500,000.
60 voters who live on Marion Street between Colfax and 18th Avenue received incorrect ballot types. The Democratic ballots included Froelich instead of Herod. The Republican ballots in that precinct showed Marla Fernandez and House District 3, when it should have been Hillary Waters and House District 8. It was isolated to one precinct out of 301 Denver precincts. How did that happen?
Just a human error with our data entry. Every 10 years, we have to adjust for the new precinct boundaries, for new House district boundaries, new Senate district boundaries. As we do that, we have to reassign and reorganize.
Because of the alert from the voter, the error was corrected. The clerk's office hand-delivered new, accurate ballots to the 60 people, except 5 of them had already voted. And once your ballot is returned and your signature is verified, your envelope is scanned and your ballot is removed and ready to be counted. At that point, it can never be traced back to the exact person who turned it in. Because once the ballot is removed from the envelope, you do not know whose is who by design. Is this election fraud? No. Is this a mistake that might not look good? Sure.
We want voters to understand, 1, the security of our process, 2, the transparency of our process, and also because we want voters to come to us if there's an issue. Don't go on Facebook, don't go on Twitter, don't go into that universe or those rabbit holes. Contact your clerk.
So the problem was that the 60 voters were sent ballots with an incorrect precinct number, and that precinct number dictates the races that print on the ballot. The precinct in question is supposed to be 13108168332. That means something. The 1, for instance, is the Congressional District. The next 2 digits, 31, that stands for the State Senate District. The next 2, 08, that's the House District that should have shown up on the ballot. The 2 after that, 16, that's a county code. And the final 3 digits, 832, that's the precinct. The clerk's office is falling back on the defense that these are unopposed races, which is darn lucky, because if they were not unopposed, then you would have had 5 people who had turned in their ballot and voted in a race that they weren't supposed to be voting in. A mistake, yes. Fraud, by no means.
Okay, so that number breakdown was very fascinating.
Thank you.
I also heard a whole bunch of different precinct numbers as well, right? The 300, and then you said 800 something. I mean, what's going on with that?
So in the story, I said there's 301 precincts in Denver, and I just said at the end there's this precinct 832. They don't go 1 to 301. It's like 101 to 135, and then it picks up at 201 and goes up from there. It's a random process, but it's legit.
All right. Thank you for always making us smarter. Thanks, Marshall.